On Wednesday, when Donald Trump tweeted that the U.S. Armed Forces would not allow or accept transgender people into military service, he argued the Pentagon cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical costs of covering transgender-related health care. That's been a common refrain for Republicans who oppose open service by transgender members of the military. In June, the Congresswoman Vicky Hartzler of Missouri said that the cost of covering service members' transition care was over $1 billion. But is the cost really tremendous? Transgender care cost in comparison with total Pentagon healthcare spending. A closer look at the cost of healthcare for transgender military members. These are treatments such as counseling and hormone replacement therapy, suggests it's more like a drop in the ocean of cash that is the Pentagon's annual budget. According to a 2016 study by the Rand Corporation and commissioned by Barack Obama's Secretary of Defense, transgender-related healthcare for active-duty military would cost anywhere between $2.4 meters to $8.4 meters, not billions. In fiscal year 2014, before the study was completed, the Pentagon spent $6.27 billion on healthcare costs for all active-duty personnel. That same fiscal year, the Pentagon spent a huge $49.3 billion on all healthcare costs for members of the military, their family members. On Wednesday, when Donald Trump tweeted that the U.S. Armed Forces would not allow or accept and retirees and their families. These comparisons uses the high-end estimate of $8.4 meters, which is transgender people into military service. He argued the Pentagon cannot be burdened with the based on a scenario that members of the military are twice as likely to be transgender as members of tremendous medical costs of covering transgender-related health care. That's been a common refrain. The general public transgender care cost in comparison with a single F-35S fighter plane, even at. For Republicans who oppose open service by transgender members of the military. In June, the high-end transgender care is just a fraction of what the military spends on single items in its budget. For instance, in February, the Pentagon inked a new deal with Lockheed Martin to buy 90. Congresswoman Vicky Hartzler of Missouri said that the cost of covering service members' transition F-35S at a steal for $8 care was over $1 billion. But is